He looks like it's locked, don't it? Don't be fooled, bro. Starting today's vlog off is super early, my guy. Super early, my guy. That's not the real time. But I'm making me some coffee and then I'm getting me some beef. I'm gonna run the coffee through a second time because I believe that it deserves that. Nice prepped meals. Excuse me while I scarf these down. Now that I'm all caffeined up and fully fed, it's time to hit the gym. Gotta hit the gym, get me all spruced up and ready for the DUI guy, because we gotta go in for the DUI guy and we gotta show him that we're not just ready, we are ready for all. Woo! I'm walking over that way, bro, because I needed to throw away two things of this, and this is probably the last time that I'm gonna be at this place. Woo! I would like to thank this place for kind of housing me with electricity for the past like year or so. But I'm probably, because they went ahead and capped it off, and then they put a note on my truck, which is probably somewhere on the ground still over there. But I'm just gonna go ahead and you guys won. I'm not gonna return because I don't want a problem. The thing is, I really don't want a problem. So this is probably, but the thing is, I want to make it very, very clear that I'm very grateful for this place, for whatever God of whatever came together for me to be out here for this long, to be able to cook my meals. But I realized, I was like, wait a minute, I could probably just get away with freaking cooking outside my work. And the only reason why I would say such an erroneous thing is because one of the head supervisors there, he barbecues at work every once in a while. So, I mean, it's not like the biggest thing. The thing is, I'm just going to try because there are some days that it's just literally hours of no trucks coming through and just sitting around doing nothing whatsoever. So I could probably just get away with just cooking at my work. So, I mean, to this place, I want to say a big thank you, and I wish I can give it a hug, and I would hug my truck, but it's a little bit dirty right now. But let's go ahead and get to the gym. Woo! I do gotta say, man, this is like probably one of the best wake ups or mornings I've had in a while, man. Just because, ooh, look at that thing. Just because I had like enough energy, and I got in the gym. I thought I was just gonna go ahead and like clean everything up. But I did get on the treadmill, or not the treadmill. What's it called? The stepper? The thing that's really, really difficult to do on your cardio. At least for me, like that's like my number one, probably most difficult thing to do. It's probably the stepper. But now we got to go ahead and get on the freeway. Look at all them dots on the ground, man. It's kind of crazy how you're supposed to know where to go. Oh! I'm like a whole hour early, brother. I'm like a whole hour early. Paul, what are you doing there, buddy? Why you a whole hour? Because it's like 6 minutes down the road. What are you doing there, brother? It's because I want to get me some reading done. I think I got to page like 3. Like, I done the preface of the translator. I've read all that in the advice book. And I think I'm on like page 3 or something like that. So I want to get me some reading done. I gotta go ahead and get me some reading done right about now. Got to page 14. Now it's time to lube me up. It's time to lube me down. Do I look real good? Do I look real nice? Now I'm all lubed up. I'm all ready to go. Except my legs. My legs need a little rub down. There you go. It's looking pretty good. You put your seatbelt on, you take your seatbelt off, you put your seatbelt on, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. I'm fresh out of the DUI guy. I just found the phone on the ground. I thought it was on for a second, but it wasn't. But that's not my phone. But I'm really glad to have like the teacher guy that we do have. We have like a real nice teacher guy who's like leading the class and like, you know, leads all the ex-drunk people of like, you know, that's not the way to do it. This is the way to do it. And we have a really nice, good teacher, man, because it's just like, you know, say like if you're in school and, you know, a teacher has to teach about like slavery or something. A lot of the teachers are like, we're not going to talk about that because I don't want to get in trouble. This is not that guy. Like this dude, because it's a DUI program. We're not talking about we're even in college or something. We're talking about a DUI program. So it's just like this dude sends it. Like, so what we had to do today is just like, the teacher guy, he said that he watched The Purge, and he was just like, you know, the question was, for the DUI, should they have it to that if you get one DUI, it's like a year in jail. A second DUI is a prison sentence for 1 year, and you get your license taken away indefinitely, meaning that you can never get it back. But on the third DUI, you are you are going to die. And I was shocked to see that 90% of the class said yes. And you could really tell it was because this dude, he really he leans in on it, bro. Like he leans, why do you think that? You know, like, and he will lean into you. And like, you know, I think the main issue was of like these people saying like, yes, you know, say if my mother goes ahead and gets 3 DUIs, they can go ahead and kill her. I think the main thing is because like they didn't want confrontation of like, you know, oh, why do you think that? And it's just like, you know, it's just like, just kind of like how you see those little signs, just vote yes. It's just like, what are we voting on? It's just like, it doesn't matter what we're voting on, bro. Just vote yes. And it's just like, that's you know, having conversations like this, it really makes me like, you know, this society that we live in is really not that bad. Because like, if you had people like inside of the class running society, the human population would be a lot lower, which is not a good thing. Of that, you know, you're just taking out people, killing them because they're not behaving correctly. It's just like, how are you supposed to behave correctly? Is like, because you're supposed to go out into life and you're supposed to mess up. You're supposed to mess up to realize that you're not supposed to do things. You can't just tell people, oh, you're not supposed to do this. You can't just, like, that's just not how it works. Oh, don't go ahead and drink and drive. Don't do it. So, oh, really? Okay, that's just, it doesn't work that way. It's just like some people, like your boy over here, has to go out and mess up in a few ways to really realize that, to really realize the things in life. Yeah. One dude literally said, this guy has to be maybe, let's call him 65 years old. He's probably like more like 70 or something like that. And, you know, because because what was last week and leaning into this week is like, how are we going to minimize DUIs? How do we do this as like a society? How are we going to minimize DUIs? And last week it was of how are we going to do it? And this dude who's like 65 years old, he said on the 3rd, they should take your eyesight away from you. Because if you can't see, you can't drive. And this man was dead on serious about this. Like, you know, he's like, oh no, we shouldn't go ahead and kill them. We should take their eyesight from them. And I was like, how like horrific of a thing. Because, like, what if it's you? Like, what if you were on your 3rd DUI and they take your eyesight away from you? That, in my opinion, that was, like, a fate worse than death, bro. Of that they would take your eyesight away from you because you messed up. So I'm gonna hit the gym for a second time today, and I'm gonna change into this one, and then I'm gonna sweat through this one, and then I'm gonna throw this shirt away, and then I'm gonna put back on this here tank top. Fresh out the gym 2 times, bro. 2 times, bro. Now I'm gonna go ahead and hop over to the library, not to buy another book, but to read the book that I already have. If he dies, he dies. I am Drago. Oh. If they down in a little bit. See you guys in tomorrow's video. Goodbye.